Greetings. Hope this finds you well. So there was news maybe yesterday or the day before that the Biden administration is going to continue building or connecting to that uh, border wall that, Trump talked about and was so happy to have built, several hundred miles of it during his administration. And in order to do this, the Biden administration is fast tracking this process. And by doing so, gutting a bunch of regulations, really important ones, such as the Clean Water Act, Endangered Species Act, um, Native American Burial Grounds Act, and a whole bunch of other ones. And again, putting a wall up, it's cruel, inhumane, and it's not going to stop, migrants coming in to the United States. It's just a political op so that the Democrats and Biden, well, we did something, we put up some wall just like Trump did. So we're fighting immigration, so people are going to stop coming because there's this wall, there's part of the wall here or whatever. But again, a huge reason why people from these different countries are coming to the United States is because of direct result of US imperialism and regime change efforts and things like sanctions and overthrowing governments and propping up right-wing dictatorships, etc. So just a political op, but you have to vote blue no matter who because Orange Man bad and the Democrats are the lesser of two evils, even though the Biden administration has been doing more or less the exact same things domestically and foreign policy wise as the Trump administration did. So here are the laws that are waived to build the border walls through South Texas Wildlife Refuge and nearby communities. National Environment Policy Act, Endangered Species Act, Native American Graves Protection and Repatriation Act, Native American Religious Freedom Act, Federal Water Pollution Control Act, Historic Preservation Act, Migratory Bird Treaty Act, Clean Air Act, National Fish and Wildlife Act, the Fish and Wildlife Coordination Act, the Noise Control Act, Safe Drinking Water Act, National Trails System Act, Farmland Protection Policy Act, and a whole lot of other ones. Whole lot of other ones. And they're using the Department of Homeland Security to do this, as I believe they did under Trump. This was from Lakai Jordal on Twitter. So not again, not surprising. Biden and his administration's rhetoric might be a little bit more polished and subdued, and Trump is more braggadocious and doesn't have a filter, and he's more, in your face about his xenophobia and white supremacy and support for, imperialism and denigrating, different groups. And in the Biden administration, their rhetoric is just a little bit more, subdued, like I said, and they're not going to come right out and say the horrible things that Trump does, but policy wise, not much difference. And this is just another example of that, right? So, really messed up, disturbing on every level, going to cause a whole lot of harm in so many ways to the environment, to the migrants simply coming here to try to create a better life for themselves and their families. And again, large part why they're coming here is because the US's foreign policy is so bent on regime change and US imperialism and profiting, making sure multinational corporations can profit at the detriment of the working class in all these other countries. And then, if you're not under the boot of the U.S. empire while you're going to pay mightily, as we've seen with countries like Venezuela and Cuba and Nicaragua, who want to chart a independent course that they think is the best interest of their people. Well, the U.S. can't have that. Hope this finds you well. Peace, much love, all part of the people.